Are you serious? Hold on. Darcy. That is too darn funny. Give me a moment. I am I'm laughing at some of these comments. I'm trying to get everything set up here and getting my phone turned off, do not disturb mode turned on. The sun is at an angle where it's going to create a little bit of a glare. I'm trying to figure out how to best set everything up. And if Miss Darcy is not over here cracking jokes, but hey, no pun intended, as she says, guys. Thank you. I really am out of room. I'm trying to find some space. You guys have been so good to us. Uh, I went down on my way back from Jake's place today. Let me hide that comment. Thank you all for joining me this afternoon. I am here at Longhorn Lester's. Longhorn Lester's, Miss Darcy. Longhorn Lester's. There. I think this angle over here will be okay. And as I came in the gate, there at the road, I saw that the box was full where it would not close. And I went ahead and grabbed it. I didn't want anyone to take off with anything overnight. And as I was unloading all of the packages, I saw several that were to me for the birthday boy. Now, today's not officially my birthday, but thank you, Spencer. Yes, Spencer wants to remind you all in all caps. She has to go in all caps. But no, so I went ahead and grabbed them. And then I did not think I would make it back over to the JL in time to go live before dark. And I know how much you guys prefer to do live videos over there during the daylight hours. And so I said, oh my gosh, looky here. Come here. You know what, guys, I am being visited by kitties. Look, this is not a kitty cat video. This is not a kitty cat video. There's another one here too. Daniel Tiger is also running around at my feet. I love you, okay? Now you go play. Go play back in the shop where you're safe. They are all over the place. Looky here. Look there at that kitty cat by the water hose stalking the big black cat who's out trying to get a little bit of sun. Yeah, this little kitty cat over here is squatted down nice and low. Look, and he or she is trying to stalk the big cat who's trying to roll around there. Can you all see that? They're so funny. And I watch these kittens all day when I know they are wonderful. So the glare is just going to be a glare. I can't really think of a different angle I can turn you. I'm not going to turn you facing the RV. That's a horrible backdrop. So instead, just either close your eyes or something else. And I do have two channels going. I have both Longhorn Lester's and I'm a Survivor Sanctuary. Thank you very much. The reason I came on both channels, and I know that that's really pushing it for I'm a Survivor because it means it's my third time today. That also means that that's three times within 24 hours. So more than likely, no one on that channel is going to be even notified because YouTube will not notify you if it's more than 3 times in a 24-hour period. So sorry about that. But listen, I want to open a few of these gifts and get these boxes put away before they end up getting wet or something. And I want to say thank you to the folks who sent them. I also want to remind you that if you're the kind of person who does not like someone opening gifts or things, then by all means, you should absolutely go find you a happier place. Because today I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 6 boxes in front of me that I'm going to open. Okay. And then I will also say that I'm going to talk a little bit about the video that came out at 3 o'clock today and address a couple of I'll just call it ignorant, folks. I don't think that ignorant. I used to think that ignorant was a bad word. And it was a mean word, and it was like a derogatory term. I've come to find out later that ignorant just means that you're unaware of things. You don't really know what you're saying. You don't know. And so I'm not upset with you because we're all ignorant. when it comes to certain things. And there are some people who just don't know what they don't know. And we'll talk about that. And if you feel like Lester's on here to scold you tonight, I'm not. I'm not. But I am going to make you aware of something. Actually, I can just go ahead and get it out of the way right now. Listen, there's no way that you can take and watch a 15-minute video and pretend that you know every single thing about the video creator and all of the surroundings of that creator. Okay, guys, don't fool yourself into thinking that. What's wrong? My car door? I was loading those things, then I was unloading a few things. So just remember that a lot of people they begin to believe that if they watch a channel for 15 minutes every day, then they know the entirety of what that person does and has done for the entirety of their lifetime. And that's real foolish of you to have people trying to argue with me today on my video. Now, I'll just remind you that I lived there with mom and dad until I went off to college at the age of 21. And then I came back from college and lived right there in that little barn house for 5 years. And then I moved into my own home once I started working as a teacher and making some money. I moved into my own piece of property right there, my little 5 acres, and I lived there for what, 23 years? So when you take all of these years, I kind of think I know a little bit more about mom and dad and Kim and Tina and Dan and Bree and Jake and the going ons than Miss Debbie, who watches a 15-minute video. Okay. No offense, Miss Debbie, to all the Miss Debbies. I'm just saying a name. But it was ridiculous having to have an argument with people who seem to know more about my family than what I do. I laugh. I'm laughing with everybody else who's laughing at you. So just keep that in mind. Yes, you may watch a video and you may have watched a video of a certain creator for many years, and that's wonderful. And you may really love that creator. That's awesome. But don't fool yourself into thinking that you have more influence or that you know more than the person who lived and grew up. All right. Please. I was embarrassed for some of you. Anywho's, let's get on with it, shall we? I want to say thank you to Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill sent me a case. Now, Mr. Bill, they did come open during transport. And so there's no surprise when I saw a box, a very heavy box that had been popped open. But I was lucky enough to dig through that box and find the note that was still attached. And what he sent were water bottles. These over here are flavored waters. And Mr. Bill writes in his letter, Lester, I noticed that you like flavored water. He goes, me too. This here is my favorite tasting water. He goes, enjoy, from Bill. So thank you, Mr. Bill. I'm going to pop one open right now, and we're going to enjoy it together. This is called Splash Refresher, and the flavor of this water is mandarin orange. And that's actually really, really good. That's very, very good. Guys, don't go back to worrying about the people. I think that they know. And if they don't know, they know now. Okay. It's just real foolish. And that's not just in today's video. Things like that happen all the time. Thank you, Mr. Bill. The water is really delicious. I'm going to enjoy this with you all as we sit here and open these last few gifts. But he sent an entire case of these things. Now, I will say, Bill, that I go through at least 3 or 4 a day. So I think for this upcoming week, I'll be thinking about you every single day. Okay. Thank you so very much, Mr. Bill. I think one of the hardest things for let me just go ahead and narrow it down to talking about me and Jamie. Thank you, Mr. Bill. And I'm sorry those popped open. I do believe the entire case was there, but there were some that were actually out of the box. So that box was not meant for that heavy of contents. But they all seem to be intact. It's not wet, and all 24 bottles are there. Is Mr. Bill here? Has anyone seen Mr. Bill? Bill's one of the few men that follow the channel religiously. He and Larry is also someone. Now, there may be men who follow who are not real vocal, and that's fine. I'm not trying to embarrass you or call you out, Mr. Bill. I want to say thank you and just say hi. So anyway, it's wonderful. No, but a lot of times, some of the other types of comments that you get a whole lot are things like, Lester never spends time with Rita anymore ever since he's gotten Val. I'm just paraphrasing. I'm just making up something. Lester never spends time with Rita anymore ever since he's gotten Val. And so once again, I sit there and I'm like, okay, hold on a minute. I just smile. Now, there's always 4 or 5 people who like that comment, which means that they also are under the same false impression. Can we call it fake news? Hey, Larry. There's Larry. Hey, Larry. But the thing is, you have to understand that as the video creator, if you want to keep your page exciting and fun and new, you can't record the same. Hey, Rick Phillips. You can't video. Oh, Lordy. You can't video the same thing every single day. So Jamie and I both try really hard to mix up our content. Now, this comes to Lester, the birthday boy Morrow. Lester, birthday boy Morrow. And there's a box inside of a box. There's also my favorite little creamers that I always seem to run out of. And this is funny. You guys know me so very well. Look. More Propel water bottles. Oh, Lord. Now, the only thing is there's not a name anywhere in that box, guys. There's nowhere for me to find and say thank you to anybody because there's not a note. There's not a card. There's nothing anywhere in that box. Hey, I just took that box and tossed it over here, and already the cats are climbing in it. That's funny. That's funny to me. So thank you so much to the kind sender. Yes, I do in fact drink lots of Propels. You guys know that I've cut back so much on Dr. Peppers, and I've been doing a diet, not diet, but it's 0 sugar Pepsis is what I prefer. I mean, there's nothing as good as Dr. Pepper. So don't get it wrong. Don't think that I actually like it. But if I have to drink something with less sugar, then I prefer the Pepsi over Dr. Peppers or Cokes. But my favorite soda is still Dr. Pepper, obviously. But I've also been drinking these waters quite a bit. And I actually feel better, guys. I really do. I'll be honest. I will say that I felt a whole lot more sluggish before. And now that I'm drinking more of the waters and less sugary sodas, I actually do feel better. And I'm not bragging, but I think I look better. Now, tonight I'm red because I'm just out of a hot bath. I soaked for about an hour. I got back from Jake's and I was just beat. I was beat. But I got into the tub and just laid there. I did all my chores here first, and then I just got in the tub and just laid there and read comments on my videos. So let's open this little smaller box. But no, for people who say stuff like about Rita, like you never spend time with Rita now that you've done this or now that you got this, I'm thinking, oh my God, guys, there's 24 hours in a day. And I only record between 10 to 15 minutes of video. So it's so dumb to say that you never do this or you only do this when you watch just a tiny fraction of an entire day. You see a tiny fraction. So this is a 3-piece ceramic mug set. A 3-piece ceramic mug set. And it's taped up. So I'm going to try to get into it without being too rough. If it's ceramic, I don't want to break anything. Okay, so this is a coaster, a ceramic coaster. All right. And then here comes the mug. Oh, look, it has the letter M. Isn't that beautiful? That's a coffee. That's a coffee mug. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Really? And there's a little spoon. There's a little spoon. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, kind sender. Thank you to the kind sender. That was one time, y'all. That was one time, and I was cold, okay? That was one time. Sheesh. I love that we can joke and play back and forth with each other, y'all. Some people get the little spoon joke. That's been about a year ago, though, hadn't it? It was wintertime, so it wasn't a year ago. That's been a while. And that joke is still around, the old little spoon thing. Okay, I'm trying to clean up as I go. I don't want to end up breaking this. So I'm going to put it over here to the side in a place it's not going to be able to fall and break. And then whenever I go in, I will take that with me. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. All right, here we go. Thank you so very much. So Mr. Bill was the water sender, but there was no name on that second package. There was nothing inside. So thank you to whoever gifted that. Thank you. It's beautiful. And I will probably have that coffee in the morning. How about I do that? How about I take this with me to the JL motel, and in the morning when I come live, I'll be drinking my coffee out of this mug right there. Is that a deal? Okay. So this next one over here says to Lester Morrow for the J&L. So this is meant to go over there with me. Oh my word. Look, guys, you can't create and make stuff like this up. There's a note. Here's a note. Okay, I hope these are better than those tiny red cups. Look, y'all. Oh no, those tiny red cups were cute, guys. Those tiny red cups were so cute, okay? I wonder if this is from the same person who sent the red cups, though. This cup over here reads, oh, there's a straw. It reads beautiful. It reads the words beautiful. Thank you very much. And yes, this is more of an adult size. And it comes with a straw. And I think that might be a straw lid or either a straw something. I don't know what that piece right there is, but it's cute. I'll put that over there. Let's open the other one. This comes from someone named Bobby, Bobbie. She also says coffee clinks from Bobby. So they both say beautiful. Thank you very much, Miss Bobby. And I think these are wonderful. And they're absolutely, they will offer us more than those tiny little red cups. There's nothing wrong with those tiny red cups. Don't get me wrong. We drank out of these just this past Saturday morning. But hey, I want to show y'all this again. This is so darn funny to me. Look at these kittens. There's Fiona. There's Trixie over there behind. You can't see, but the kittens are everywhere, y'all. These kittens are all over the darn place. That one right there is walking along the water hose going right towards Fiona. Here comes another one. I don't know if you can see that far out by the little flower bed. Here it comes. Now they're going to wrestle and fight with each other. They're learning how to be cats. You can zoom in on your phones, guys. You can zoom in on your phones. You can zoom in on your phones. I can't zoom in on my laptop, but you can zoom in on your own phones. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all, did I just see Mel? I don't know if this is the exact same male or not, but is this the male who I met today? Because I met a lady named Mel today. Is this the same Mel or Melinda? I'm watching the comments real close to see if this is the same lady who I met today or not. I'm watching. Mel, answer us and let me know if you're the same lady I met today. No, she's in Georgia. Okay. Well, guess what? I did meet a lady named Mel today who follows a channel, and I thought you might have been the same one. All I got was her first name. She says that her name is Melinda, but she goes by Mel. Uh-oh. No, it's not. It's Melissa Salazar. So, Melissa Salazar, are you the sweet woman who I met today? Yes or no? Melissa Salazar, are you the lady who I met today? Y'all be looking for her comment and see if she says yes, because I got something I'm going to show you all. All right, she says yes. Let me show you something that's going to make so many people so jealous. Guys, do not give me a hard time about this. I'm going to post a picture. Melissa, I hope you're okay with this. All right, Melissa, I hope that you're okay with this. Give me a second to pop it up over here. So I'll show you the picture, then we'll talk a little bit about it, okay? I got to wait for the picture to load onto my laptop. Give me 1 second. She says it's fine. I'm waiting, Melissa. Give me 1 second here. I'm trying to figure out how to get that picture over here to my screen where I can. No, that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to open a video file. It's an image file. So it's an image file. How do I do that? That's not something that I'm real familiar with. Okay, I know what I have to do. You guys, don't think that you're wasting your time. You're gonna be so jealous when you see this. I know you're gonna be so jealous when you see this. Someone's gonna be jealous when y'all see this. Yellow kitty, guys, listen to me. Okay. You're showing off my belly, yellow kitty. Yellow cat's showing off my tummy. Yellow cat fireball just came and jumped in my lap. Just jumped right in my lap. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Now we're going to find it. I think I can do it now. There we go. Y'all ready for this one over here? Looky there. Can y'all believe that? Look at this. Can y'all believe that? I will tell you the story after I give you all a chance to see what I'm looking at over here. Oh, where did it go? Look at this. Are y'all ready? I know. Don't be jealous, Teresa Eulenhake. Teresa, don't you be jealous of her. Let me tell you the story. Let me go ahead and make that where I can see you all. So don't anyone be jealous of her. But what happened was she sent me an email a while back. I'm going to go ahead and remove it now. You look wonderful, Melissa. You look wonderful up there. So Melissa sent me an email a while back and said that she and her husband were going to be traveling through. They were going on a cruise, and that cruise departs out of Galveston. You guys know that Galveston is the third largest departing cruise liner. I guess it's Carnival. I'm not sure who goes out of Galveston. And I think that probably Florida is by far the top destination for cruises. And then I'm just going to guess that California may be number 2. But Galveston, Texas is also on that list. And so their family was going to depart from Galveston on a cruise. And she says, is there any way possible that, come on, there's kitty cats everywhere. They're all over my legs and my feet. She says, she goes, I know you're very busy. And she was so very kind and respectful in the way that she asked. She says, I know that you're so very busy. She goes, but is there any way that we can just swing by? She goes, you don't, we're not going to be mean to each other. Do y'all hear these kittens fighting? She says, is there any way we can swing by and just take a picture from the gate? Just take a picture from the gate. She goes, I just want to take a picture from the gate. And then I messaged back to her. It was an email, and I says, listen, just know that I'm not always there. I'm not trying to be mean or rude, or I'm not trying to deny you a blessing. Oh, she just loves her some Rita, y'all. She loves Rita. She loves Chucky Poo. She has some favorites. And she says, is there any way that she and her family can just swing by? She goes, I won't bother y'all. If you see me parked down by the gate, I just want to take a couple of pictures. It'll be my bucket list. It was her bucket list. Okay. Her bucket list. All right. Melissa, if you're on here, you're welcome to chime in and say if I'm lying or not. Okay. Melissa, I'm watching for your name to see if I'm lying. So I reply back and I say, listen, we don't normally do that kind of stuff because, I just, and I give her the whole rundown. And I tell her that we're busy and I have big plans on this day and I got to help Jake. And Dinky, I'm trying to work. Anyway, here she goes. Guys, there you go. You're not lying. She goes, you're not lying. Anyway, so I give her the whole spiel. I give her the whole rundown, the fine print, the stuff that you may see from an attorney's office or whatever. I will not be held liable for any kind of an incident and, all this kind of stuff, y'all. I give her the whole rundown. But that was just me trying to scare her. I was just trying to scare her off, y'all. I was just trying to scare her. And, but she's like, no, I won't bother you at all. I'm just going to drive by. And so this morning I wake up and I check my emails, and sure enough, there's one from her. And she says, I just want to let you know that today we're back in port. We're back in Galveston and we're going to drive by. And I just wanted to let you know that just if it's okay. And I said, Melissa, or I call her Mel. I don't know why she put her name Melissa now. I says, Mel, I says, GPS the address and tell me exactly what time you're going to be passing through here. And I'm being stern. I'm being mean. My face looks like this. This is how my face looked. Except the only difference is I had my glasses on. I'm like, what time are you going to come through here? Just tell me what time. Tell me what time. And I'm being so grouchy. I'm just being such a grouch. And she goes, okay, GPS says 10:30. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll be done with my live by 8. I'm going to go to the feed store. I'm not telling her this. I'm just thinking this. I'm going to go to the feed store, get my feed buggy filled up. I should be back in an hour from all of that. That means now I'm going to be back here by 10. I can hold off for a little bit before I go to Jake. So I'm like, that's fine. I'll be here. I'll have the gate open. You guys can come on up. Get this. You ready for the fun part? I hope she's still here. I know she's still here. This is the embarrassing part, okay? So it's getting close to 10:30. I have my phone and it needs to be charged up. So I go inside the RV and the only charger I have is in my bedroom near the bed. And so I put my phone on the magnetic charger and I'm sitting there. I'm actually on my phone playing on my phone while my phone's charging. We've all done that, right? And then all of a sudden I hear the RV door is wide ass open. I'm laying in the bed, and all of a sudden I felt so weird. Like I felt so like, so I jump off the bed as fast as I can. I run down the little steps right there. I hope I didn't limp like a weirdo. And she's like, and this woman starts crying, y'all. This woman starts crying. Is she still here? Does anyone see her name? I want y'all to know that I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not lying about this. Where's she at? She starts crying. So now there's a woman on the porch of the RV crying. Okay. I come down the steps. Then she jumps into my arms. And luckily, she's a there she is. There she is. There she is. There she is, y'all. She's still here. So this woman jumps into my arms, and I'm like looking around and like wondering, like, oh my God, is this the crazy Canadian lady? Even though she swore to me she was not. Well, all of a sudden, here comes her husband. And I'm like, buddy, she grabbed me. She grabbed me. She grabbed me. He goes, I know. I saw the whole thing. So I set her down, y'all. I set her down. This sweet lady, she's so sweet, y'all. I don't know. I hope I did not embarrass her just now. I hope I did not embarrass her, y'all. She jumped in my arms, though. And then she goes, oh, is that your bad shoulder? I'm like, no. My shoulders are fine. My shoulders are all healed up fine right now. So I held her and I had to hand her off back to her husband, y'all. I had to hand her off back to her husband, and I just felt so embarrassed. But no, he said that she has been watching the channel for so long, and now he watches the channel, and they watch together, and she just wanted to come out and just all this kind of stuff. And so no, I made sure that she was very respectful. They were both very, very respectful of time, y'all. They were very respectful of time. She's like, don't apologize, LOL. Trust me. I saw, and I don't mind at all. She's been waiting for 7 years for this. That must be her husband right there. So this must be Mr. Salazar. Mr. Salazar, I'm glad you're laughing, and I'm glad you're here to vouch that what I'm saying is not a fabrication of the truth. It's not anything. He says, don't apologize. Trust me. I saw it all, and I don't mind. She's been waiting for 7 years for this. So, but what I did was, thank you, Mr. Salazar. And you know what? I'm so horrible with names. I shook your hand. We did the good old boy embrace. You know how you do this and you pull each other tight and our hands go around each other. And I was letting him know that I'm not trying to pick up your lady. I am not. I mean, literally, I'm holding her, but not like that. She's all yours. And we talked for a while. And what I did was I put he and his wife on the side by side with me. I drove. They were riding shotgun. She was in the middle seat, and he was riding shotgun over there. And I gave him a ride about. We went by and we loved on the horses. And then I like that. Evan says, Melissa's dream came true. I'm sure she has a lot bigger dreams than this. But we did. We went by and saw the horses. And I got her on Rita's back. I said, you know what? I says, let's show the whole world something. Let's just show the world that Rita truly is an angel in disguise. But Mr. and Mrs. Salazar can tell you what happened. I opened the gate this far for Rita to come out. Who do y'all want to bet run right through me, right past Rita, right past Mr. and Mrs. Salazar, and just went running crazy around the entire pasture? Who do y'all think would have done that? Yes, Charlotte knows. Charlotte knows exactly what happened. Gemma come out that pasture, y'all, and she was acting a total fool. But even with Gemma on the run, and Gemma was loose, and she was showing out for all of her friends, it didn't matter because I still put a rope halter. Look, no, it's a lead. I put a lead rope around Rita's neck, and I wrapped it one time around her nose, which gives me a little bit more control. And then we lifted her up, and she sat on Rita's back, and Rita was a perfect angel. Where's we at? Yes, Melissa says, yes, I rode Rita. She is so sweet. And so Rita was a perfect angel. I don't know if in this particular picture, if y'all can see Gemma running around like an idiot, but Gemma was running around us, running circles around us, and Rita stood there so very sweet, y'all. Rita stood there so very sweet and allowed Melissa to sit on her back. And I just thought that was so wonderful, not just for Melissa and for her husband, but for me to know that Rita can be trusted to be just a really good, mature girl who's come so very far. So sometimes, whenever we see Gemma acting all crazy or Rita putting her ears back, just remember that we can all have moments, can't we? We can all have our moments. Look at this fat boy. Hey, Fireball. Oh no, you're not gonna get on my computer. Fireball. We get, so no, I did not video it. I did not really want to impose on that family's privacy. I say that as I pop up the picture of her on top of Rita. I did not want to impose on their privacy necessarily, so I did not grab my camera and make a video. But I did allow her and her husband to make videos, and they have videos of all the horses. They fed muffins to Chucky Poo, Waylon, Prince Willie Joe, Lord Grayson. We went back and they got to feed all of the cows. Yeah, this is the funniest thing. We're driving back, and Miss Melissa starts singing. She sees Danny off in the distance, and she starts singing the Danny song. Yes, Melissa is sitting there singing the Danny song, and her husband is humming right along with her. And then who do you think felt weird? This guy. I'm like, this woman sitting here beside me, like, I keep falling in love with you over and over. And that man's like, and I'm like, what weirdos are over here? I did not think that. I did not think that, y'all. I thought it was the most wonderful visit that I've had in a very long time. It was, they were so very respectful of my time and kept saying over and over that we understand you got to go. We get it. You got to go. I understand you got to go. And I didn't want to let them leave. At that point, I'm like, nah, y'all can just go ahead and stay here for a bit. I'm enjoying the company. I'm enjoying the company. We're all singing together and dancing, and me and Mr. Salazar just tossing his wife back and forth, and we're throwing her on horses, and we're having a great time. And I'm like, yeah, no rush. Who needs to go to Jake's? I ain't got to do no fencing today. I can do Jake's anytime. I'm playing, but we had a great time. It was a wonderful visit, and I wanted to share that moment with you all of Miss Salazar on the back of Rita. Let me show it one last time, and I'll move on. And I'm not trying to say that we can offer the same to everybody, because we can't, y'all. You know we can't do that. But I felt like it was this lady, this wonderful, sweet lady's dream, and something that she'd been looking forward to doing. She was content to have a picture. And instead, I feel like we gave her 100 times more as far as things that she'll take with her forever. Her husband got some video, he got some pictures, but she got the experience, y'all. She got the full Longhorn Lester's experience, and I'm so proud for her. And I hope that she had as much fun on our 30 minutes as what she did on that darn cruise. So anyway, I was a bit jealous of the cruise. That's what I want to do so bad. But yes, her smile speaks 1,000 words. Can y'all see that? It's a little bit small on my computer. I can't zoom into it. I can zoom into me, but I can't zoom into her. But I have it on my phone, and she does. She looks so very happy. So it was a pleasure meeting that family. And once again, no one goes crazy on me, because her husband was there, and he admitted that he saw the whole thing. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and open a few more boxes, shall we? I hope that it was as fun an experience. I really hope that it was at least something that she wasn't let down, you know? You don't want to let anybody down. All right, here we go. So once again, there's a box inside of a box. And there is a note that says, maybe you could nail this to a tree for Squirrel. He really needs a proper name, from Cindy. Okay, so you guys know that Miss Shara sent us an entire, what's that, like a 5 or 10 pound bag of peanuts for the squirrel over at the JL Ranch. And so what I've been doing is putting those peanuts around the trees. And on day one, oh, wow. On day number 1, we saw that squirrel come by. Yes, a real squirrel, y'all, a real squirrel. That squirrel came by and picked up a peanut, and it ran over and began to eat that peanut. Look, this is a picnic table, but that's not all. I want to show you what came with it. Look at this. This is an umbrella. So I'm guessing you put this somewhere on this table, and now the squirrel can come by and actually sit in the shade and eat its peanuts. So no, that squirrel has come by, and now I've only witnessed, and I videoed it, y'all. You've seen the video. I fed the squirrel, and he came by and grabbed a peanut and ran back towards the trailer, underneath the trailer, to eat it. And then what I've noticed since then is that same squirrel, I'm guessing, has opened many peanuts, because now I'm seeing open peanut shells all over the place. This comes from Cindy. And I agree, Cindy, we do need to give that squirrel a real name. Someone is saying Rocky. Are you guys okay with Rocky? Or someone says he has a name. It's Alan. That's right. That's right. Listen, I remember that. Jamie named that squirrel Alan. Let me show you real fast. Hold on. Alan. It's not a meme. Is it a meme? Listen.
Nice day today. I think I might I've got Alan.
Watch.
Alan! Alan! I don't think you need me, you know. Yeah. Alan!
Yes.
Al!
So Jamie did name that squirrel, and that squirrel's name is Alan, and it's based off of that little funny thing right there. So yes, that squirrel has a name, and his name is Alan. Okay, we got to remember that. Alan. Okay. So the squirrel's name is Alan. Okay. Thank you, Miss Cindy. That's a really cute thing. Now, I have a question real fast, and I'm not trying to be ignorant, but if I put this out there somewhere, it's not going to rot. It's not going to rot away. I can fill it with peanuts and it'll be cute. But is this going to rot, like with the wind and with the rain and the sun, and within a few weeks it's going to be just falling apart? Because I don't want that to happen. I'm wondering if I can put it somewhere out of the weather where he can still see it. We can watch him, but it will last longer. So I don't know. Put it on a tree. I don't know how you would put it on a tree. It's not made to go onto a tree unless I can put it somewhere on a low-hanging limb. So is it treated? I don't really know, Franz. I don't know. I just think it's made of pine and probably not treated. Maybe cedar. I don't know if it's cedar. It does not smell like cedar. Okay, we're almost done, and I promise I'm not going to hold you guys on longer if you got other stuff to do. So I have 2 more. I'm seeing that I have 2 more. 2 more that have my name on it. This here comes to Longhorn Lester Morrow, and that's Longhorn. Nothing else. Longhorn. All right. So, once again, we have a box inside of a box, and there's a note. to help keep the babies safe from pest. And it comes from Nicole Snyder. So to help keep the babies safe from pest. And it comes from Nicole Snyder. I repeated that twice, y'all. I do that all the time. It's not because I'm a sicko or a weirdo. It's because I was a school teacher and we do that. Teachers repeat things. That's normal. So this is going to keep the babies safe from the pest. So these are fly traps. And I believe these are the kind that you open the wrapper and they'll extend out to be about so far. You hang them and then flies are going to be attracted to them. Yes, I'm sure you're all seeing in the background Jamie working in the garden. Make sure you look pretty out there, babe. They're all watching you and not me. Huh? No. I thought it was funny because everyone's starting saying Jamie, there's Jamie. And I'm thinking, I'm like, what? I don't know what's going on. I'm looking around and I thought you were on like the chat. And then I realized, wait, you're creeping around in the background over here. There's a whole bunch of these, y'all. These are fly traps and these are wonderful. Now, there is something else that we, in the same box, and now we had a sponsorship for these, and I've told you guys before that I will tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly of these. Now, I will say right now that of everything that we've sponsored, these are the good. Jamie, how much were these the year that we had to buy some? The Spartans? Huh? Those Spartan mosquito things? So they're quite expensive, y'all. But what you do is you buy a 4-pack of these, and you have to hang these in a perimeter around a certain area. I think they extend 100 feet or 200 feet or whatever. And if you hang them in a squared perimeter or a circular perimeter, you will not feel even a mosquito one. You will not feel a mosquito one bite you. I don't know what it does, but everything that comes into that perimeter gets attracted right to here, and nothing comes through that perimeter. It tells you the directions, how far apart to mount them. All you do is have to open the top and fill it with water to a certain line. And there's a chemical in here that you kind of shake it up, and then you hang it up. It hangs on a tree limb, and we've been blessed to. Is it sticky? No, you never touch it. The mosquitoes, not the mosquitoes, the flies, mosquitoes and flies all go inside of here. And within no time, you can see it filling up. And man, there'll be so many flies in here or mosquitoes. And we've done a few sponsorships. Some I've not really been proud of. They've not really worked the way I hoped they would have. But those right there, those Spartans, man, those things were kick ass. I'll be honest. And I'm not trying to promote them anymore. That was a one-time sponsorship, but I will say that they really seem to work for us. So if you do have a mosquito issue, they only work for 30 days. And like I said, I think so. We only got a sponsorship for 4 of them, and we used them over at the Plum Grove property. When we moved over here, we had to buy our own. And I think they were expensive, like $40. But I put them around the house here, and we'd sit here in the hot tub, here at the table, and we haven't had any issues with mosquitoes at all. So I will say that these here do work pretty darn good. So, but they only last for 30 days. So who has $40 every 30 days? Not too many people can afford that. And I don't blame you. But if you have the $40 and you have a mosquito issue, and you might find them cheaper on Amazon, I have no idea. So I have to hurry. I'm losing my light. I have one last box, and then there's a couple of small packages like parcels. If you guys have a few minutes, I'll try to go faster. I'm losing my light, y'all. I'm losing my light. This here comes to Longhorn, Lester Morrow. Now, guys, I will remind you that there are a couple of boxes over at the JL that I still have not opened that I need to. So if you've sent something and you're wondering why you've not seen it yet, all I can tell you is that I'm getting to it. I'm not purposely ignoring anybody's gift. I would never do that. Happy birthday, Lester. Maybe these will help look out for those snakes. And these also come from someone named Cindy. I don't know if it's the same Cindy or not, but supposedly these can help me look out for snakes. What are these? Oh my gosh. Are these crock lights? Y'all, there's batteries. There's no batteries. These are those little lights that stick onto your Crocs. Oh my God, Jamie. So there's no batteries right now. They have to be charged, and it's not batteries. They charge up with these little USB chargers, and they're not charged up at the moment, I don't guess. But you pop them, and little lights come on, and they stick into your Crocs. The same way some of those kids can put little decorations in their Crocs, like all kinds of little decorations. These go into one of the holes towards the front of your Crocs, and you have little flashlights on your feet. So wherever you walk around to, little flashlights come on, and you can kind of see where you're walking. That is really, really clever. That's true. I can use those when I put the chickens up at night. That's a great idea. This is from Cindy Foltz. I may be saying your name wrong, sweet lady, but I hope that you understand how much I appreciate that. That's really cute and funny. Thank you so, so very much. Okay, I'm going to go really fast now on these last couple of things. There's no more boxes, but these are these kind of packages. And so this here comes to Longhorn Lester from Connie. Okay, from Connie. And since we know who it's from, let's just go ahead and tear right into it. Miss Connie sends a mug, a coffee mug, and it says, oh, it says something. Connie, what does it say? Oh, Connie's good. It says, not today, Satan. Not today. Yeah, if y'all remember, it was 2 weeks ago that I went to that church and I got baptized. And whenever I come up out of the water, the pastor says, hey, I want to tell you something. And he goes, I'm going to tell you right now. He goes, Satan's going to come at you in every direction. He's going to come at you from every angle. He goes, if you think that your life was hard and you had temptations and you had things, this and that, he goes, brother, I can promise you that Satan's going to come at you now like you've never seen. And I'm scared. You guys know I was so scared. I'm sitting there scared. All I wanted was my knee pain to go away, y'all. That's all I wanted, was to lose my knee pain. I didn't ask for Satan to come at me. I just wanted less knee pain. And all of a sudden, the very next day, 2 snakes come at me. You saw that video where I was attacked. Not really attacked. Maybe I exaggerate a little bit, but 2 snakes in the same video the day after I was baptized. And that right there was what I think was Satan coming at me. That threw me for a loop-de-loop, but I recovered. It wasn't until the next day, whenever Grandpa Horse jumped over the fence and got after my sweet Rita, and there we go again. And I'm like, damn, that pastor was right. Satan's coming after me in all kinds of shapes and forms. He's snakes one day, and he's a wild stallion the next day. And I'll tell you what, I just had to remind myself, not today, Satan, not today. And then I also want to remind God, who I do believe in, that I'm looking for a miracle, still waiting on that miracle, still waiting on that miracle for my knee relief, okay? Just saying, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm just going to put it out there. And then everyone tells me that I'm going about it all wrong. Trust me. If you think the emails I get are mean, they're not always mean. There are some that are very nice, but there's a whole lot of them who tell me that I'm going about this religion thing all wrong. That was total blasphemous for me to go and receive prayer and expect it to happen immediately. I wanted a miracle to happen immediately. I wanted a miracle to happen on my knee, and I wanted it then. And I did not really think it through. I don't guess that things happen on a different time scale. I wanted to be the guy who could like jump out of church and sing and dance and like, woo, and let everybody know because I was ready. I was ready to profess to everybody that I walked into that tent revival with a knee that had bone touching bone. And I was going to walk out doing the electric slide, moonwalking back to my truck. I was going to do all kinds of soldier boy. I was going to do everything. I was going to profess to the world that miracles do happen. And I'm not saying they don't. I'm sure they do to a lot of people. But it did not happen to me because I come up out of that water. And the first thing that I did was thought to myself, oh, knee still hurts, knee still hurts, knee still hurts. As a matter of fact, I could not even get myself up out of that water. It took the pastor and about 4 of those deacons to pull me up out of that pool because my knee hurt so bad. And they had me sitting crisscrossed applesauce Indian style. Can I even say that anymore? Can I say Indian style? I was sitting Native American style. No? Indigenous people? They had me sitting like indigenous people, and I'm sitting there in that water, and I could feel my knee about to pop. And as he goes ahead and puts me on back in there, I'm like, okay, it's going to feel better when I come up. Come up, and nothing. Knee hurt even worse because of the way they had me sitting. But it's okay. I will not. I am not. I should probably just stop talking about it. There ain't no way I'm going to win this one over here. But I was ready to dance myself out that church, y'all. I was ready to dance out that church. I actually thought I would. I was actually hoping that I would be one of those kind of people who go up, get prayed for, and whatever my afflictions were, I was going to just dance right on out of there. I was going to grab a tambourine, I was going to just have some fun at that church. And nah, I think that God has other plans for me. I'm pretty sure God has other plans for me. He will show me the way, a different way. I don't guess he wants me dancing through the church. Okay? So, this person here says, Lester, the problem is you don't have faith. What do you call it then? I walked up to the front. I drove myself to the church. I dressed myself. I got out of the truck. I walked through crowds of people who I don't know. What do you call that? That was faith. I went there for a reason. It was faith that took me there. Faith took me there. Me having faith that I'm going to be healed. And I still might. And so all I'm going to say is that, you know what? Maybe it's on someone else's timeline, not mine. All right. Gotta hurry. Losing my light. Got 2 more. 2 more. At this point, I can't even read anymore because it's gotten too dark on me. This feels like a shirt. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Look, it says the same thing. Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. I'm putting that on. Jamie, don't even come at me. Don't even come at me. I'm just going to wear my shirt. Every time you're mad about something, I am just going to profess. Not today, Satan.
Every time I'm mad.
Every time Jamie's mad, I'm going to say, not today, Satan. Not today. Not today, Satan. I'm not calling.
You think that I'm Satan?
No, I'm just going to tell you that Satan may work through you. The same way he worked in himself in a couple of snakes over to jail, the same way he got into that grandpa horse, he may very well sometimes crawl right into you too to come at me. But I'm just going to say, not today. Not today. All right, last one. Happy birthday, lover boy, from Deb. Now, that may not say lover boy. I'm just going to tell you honest truth. I can't hardly read a darn thing anymore. But can I just go ahead and go with lover boy? I actually don't think it says lover boy at all. As I look at it closer, I'm pretty sure it just says Lester. Darn it. I think it says Lester. Why couldn't it say lover boy? That would be cool. Not today, Satan. Not today. Oh, boy. Guys, look it. Life is better with the Belgian. Yes, it is. Isn't life so much better with the Belgian? Life is better with a Belgian. I'm not going to put it on right now, Deb, because I don't want to go. Well, I already have 2 shirts on. Okay. And if I pull one off, we're going to keep burning more daylight. But thank you very much, friends. You're so very kind to me. And I want to thank you for being so sweet, loving, supportive, and understanding, gracious with all of the flaws and the mistakes that I make. All right. And then I remind you just real fast, just remember that when we started the live, we talked a little bit about the fact that remember that what you see on any this could be any channel that you follow, be it the Arms Family or the Cog Hill or Keeping It Dutch, or I mean, you name it, any channel that you watch. When you watch a video, you're watching a snippet of their day, a snippet. They're giving you a snippet of their day. And more than likely, that snippet has been edited, it's been cut. All of the things they don't want you to see have been removed. If they don't want you to see their dirty water, or if they don't want you to see their sick goat or whatever, they can give you what they want you to see. You cannot imagine that you know them based on a 10 to 15-minute video. All right. So please just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. We love you. We love sharing a piece of our day with you. We love the fact that we can share our animals with you, but don't pretend that you know more about a family than someone who's been in the family for 55 years. Don't pretend you know more about a particular building than the person who built the darn thing. Don't pretend you know more about anything, y'all, than the guy who planted the trees. And that's what I saw today in my video. I saw so many people who claim to know more than the guy who built it, the guy who lived there, the guy who planted the trees. And that's just a little bit ignorant on your part. Anywho, it is what it is. Thank y'all for watching. It's late. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I have to go get my chores done now over to JL. I'll be doing a nighttime feed up, but I'm completely okay with that because those horses are so well behaved. I will check the waters and I will see you all in the morning. And now I have a lot of choices of what I'm going to be drinking out of. Look at here. I got a lot of choices, don't I? So I may leave these 2 here for me and Jamie since they're a matching set. And I'll just take these 2 with me, one for indoors and one when I'm going to be on the road. All right. Thank y'all for loving and supporting. Can y'all hear them birds? Even though it's nighttime, we still have birds chirping. How beautiful is that, huh? All right. Thank y'all. And we'll see you on my birthday tomorrow. Yes, we'll see you guys on my birthday tomorrow. I love you. I'm so blessed to have you. Thank you for being here. All right. Good night, friends. And kisses. Mwah! Now, how do I end this darn thing? I think I'll put this picture back up as it's going off. Don't y'all be mean to her. Don't y'all be jealous of that sweet lady. Good night, guys. Love you.